get what you wish, no?
Long time ago, when I was still good and innocent, I dreamt often with the people living in a secret valley, surrounded by the most spectacular natural barrier keeping away all worldly disturbances, and guarding the mysterious atmosphere of these enchanted individuals. In this world I was led to an old man one day. He was clad in white, the appearance befitting the imagination of a child. A magus, a Mahatma I came to fantasize. I wish I would remember more. I wish I would remember what he had taught me in my dreams. Would I be a better man today? Who knows? Have I been looking for that place of my dreams? Perhaps. Will I ever find the spectre of a dream? Who cares? You had come with us on this voyage, where we came to breathe the air of the British people's predecessors. The currents of air might have moved on, but the sarsen stones, the structural blueprint etched into the surface of the planet, the geolocation forever anchoring this place in time, are still here. An impressive sight to behold and walk among. Facts pertaining to this place are scarce and are usually limited to surveying data, circumference, radius, number of standing stones, alleged formations, and a list of artifacts carefully archived by archaeological digs. But the meanings are apparently lost from the grasp of modern man. Perhaps the twin forces of evolution and involution will bring about a new cycle in far distant futures, where the philosophy of these men and women will come to life without the residue of New Age wishful thinking, and the mysteries will be taught again.
Right. I cannot believe this.
We've been planning for months this walking trip between Avebury and Stonehenge, and so we just arrived in Avebury from Swindon. We took a bus. We arrived and we wanted to walk out to the henges on the side of the town. And as we were walking towards the side of the town, we came across some people. And the people were jokingly asking us if we have seen the crop circle. And then very quickly we realized it wasn't a joke. There was a freshly appeared crop circle just outside of the Stonehenge. So if you look into that direction, those are the henges of the ancient Neolithic Stonehenge of Avebury, and just right out of it, that direction where the people are, there is a crop circle. We cannot believe it. We were joking yesterday that there is no chance we're going to come across it. It is actually now the season. June, July, August are...
I believe we ventured in the mystery of the crop circle with a high degree of fascination and awe. We arrived as open-minded believers. The metaphysical draws to the endless possibilities of existence, and non-existence too. There are most certainly unexplainable phenomena occurring around these places. There are unidentified flying objects, most often in the form of orbs of light. Truly unexplainable and still a mystery. Walking into the circle, we could see how the crops were bent at different angles, creating even more details in the geometrical figure. After extensive research at home, we had come to learn that from the time of Doug and Dave, the famous hoaxes who became public in 1991, a myriad of landscape artists followed. As their art developed over time, so has the audacity of the researchers' theories. Today there are still fierce battles between staunch believers and the secretive artists themselves. One thing is certain, we should pay homage to the creative principle in the artist and the imaginative wish of the believer. And now let's return to our Neolithical voyage.
To truly understand what was in the mind of those individuals who built these, who designed these, who created these elaborate structures, it's beyond our reach. So all we can do is to marvel at these objects and take us back in time to thousands of years ago, where fellow humans just like you and me were trying to make sense of their existence on the planet. And my personal belief is that those individuals back in the day were more attuned to their nature, more inclined to live a harmonious life with their environment, rather than our progressive, materialistic civilizations that tend to want to break in nature, control nature, and overrule nature. People of the past realized that they are one with nature, and so they developed a more harmonious interaction with them. So that's my point of view. Let's explore further. We are on West Kennet Avenue, the straight line that leads from Avebury down the hillside, and we're going to come across Hillsbury Hill. The tallest man-made mound in Europe, at 39 meters, Silbury Hill is part of the many Neolithical monuments around Avebury. The exact purpose of the monument is unknown. It was constructed between the years 2400 BC to 2300 BC, and the body is mainly composed of chalk and clay from the surrounding area. Here it is, my way. Sorry, here. Let's go. We're not stopping until the white horse.
What?
What we're doing?
Walk through village on road.
Let's go.
What? What's up? Am I funny?
You were funny, yeah. And also the circumstances were funny. You were something in
Is it? Just this.
us putting this on YouTube, horsey. I'll be on the white horse. Here we go. So here we are, middle of Wiltshire countryside. After a long, arduous day, we finally found a campsite where we're gonna spend this night, rest out the 18 kilometers that we walked and the 5 hours we spent marveling at Avebury and the crop circles and all the other Neolithic sites nearby. And I'm afraid we came quite late. We just caught the sunrise.
Sunset.
Sunset, yeah. Coffee time. The clouds are moving fast, so we're gonna have another lovely day. Once we done, we wrap up our camping spot. We gonna continue to go on this pathway. We're gonna pass the originally intended Casterly camp, which is an Iron Age 4. So I wanted to camp originally in Iron Age 4. We're gonna go by this. So how do you like it? It's a good path?
It's a fantastic path to slow you down.
So we've been walking a few hours this morning after a not so good sleep. We are before this hill in the far distance. So it has been a vast progress walking across these plains and hills. But let's go on. From Adam's grave and the white horse over there, Silbury Hills behind, Avebury behind. Took us a while.
Warning to public.
What's going on? Did we actually arrive to the military training?
Danger from unexploded shell and mortar bombs. Anyone entering the training area must move only on public rights of way. Of no account should any object be moved or touched. It might explode.
Nice.
Shit.
And we see there in the distance the red flag, which means that training is in order. I like the quiet. made it to Dorrington, where we're gonna spend the night in the world famous Stonehenge Inn. But before the night comes, we decided to walk out to Dorrington Walls. So right around us, 360 degrees, you can see the henges, the dugout henges, circling what archaeologists consider a settlement. There were recent excavation done on this site, and they had come across a complex of houses, dwellings from those periods, from the Neolithic period. Speculation abounds on what their usage might have been, because apparently they were only present here for around 50 years. But we are at the center, the epicenter of the complex, what's called the Dorrington Wall. We are heading up towards another site, what's called the Woodhenge, and we're gonna make our way to Stonehenge. It's full of archaeological remains. Whatever their usage, whatever their purpose, whomever these people were in the Neolithic period, they were considering this site as very important, and it was used. After Woodhenge, we're gonna make our way through the fields on the avenue that leads away from Stonehenge towards Avon River. Some speculated for ceremonial purposes they led a procession to the river, where they also found some sort of remains of an even older, perhaps, wood henge, but details I'm not so keen on at 7 in the morning.
The Dorrington Walls is just in front of us, and now I can see that the henge is massive. It's even bigger than Avebury, maybe.
We are in between Dorrington Walls and the Woodhenge. That's Avon River curving about there. We're gonna cut through the field by the Cuckoo Stone and crisscross to the avenue that will lead us to Stonehenge. And so what earlier I tried to say, from Stonehenge the avenue led down to another ceremonial site by the banks of River Avon, the West Avebury Henge. We might not visit that site, but on this map you can see the large number of round barrows. All these orange dots are round barrows, and then we have several long barrows. Now the Stonehenge Circus is a mystery. They don't know what this large, vast structure it is. But look at the amount of barrows all around this region. So this was the Stonehenge landscape, and whoever the community inhabiting these lands were, they were very busy 5,000 years ago.
The whole landscape is rich with archaeological remains. Every direction you look, there must be something.
So this is what's called the avenue.
The avenue, yes, which led to the river Avon. But now we're going backwards towards Stonehenge, which is down there in the distance. This is the original pathway to the place that left behind traces. We came all the way from one ceremonial site to the other.
It must have been very impressive for the people of the time. Imagine there's nothing here. I don't know if there were trees or anything. And then those massive stones over there.